J.A. Kuffour as a husband, I respect him. J.A. Kuffour as a grandfather, I respect him. J.A. Kuffour as a citizen and a statesman, I respect him. J.A. Kuffour as a leader of a family, I respect him. J.A. Kuffour at his age, I respect him. But I will insist that J.A. Kuffour as a politician is a criminal. And I have never moved away from that statement. J.A. Kuffour as a politician, to me, is a political criminal. And is one of the greatest political criminals at Ghana. Now, mon korana muti social media, eka se, sebio Kuffour oyebubueni no, eye mo ena mo ka sa asem na to Kuffour so. If it is a mere kwamiti hei, mimbie manoda obe bianca se Kuffour oyebubueni. Kuffour onye disability ni o. Kuffour oti Ghana no, obian command pay say Kuffour is being grouped under people of disability or people with disability. Obian yesa, iti mo muti social media. Na ma maju say mobe force the Kuffour abeshe eye ade friend no. People with disability bracket will be very careful because you need Kuffour to Ghana. You say papa Kuffour on the sebio or person nanti ko tu for to be sorry nante or person tenase to be sorry tenase. Sometimes they be feel lazy into on person be sorry. Eh ya papa Kuffour ne ho mfa no oyare oyebubuafo. Ya papa Kuffour nye bubuafo. Oduru baby also sorry or sorry nante ma nyina ehu. Ebia ebi oduru baby o feel lazy on person be sorry no sorry. E no kire so oyebubuani.
Ghana for you TV.
Ghana for you TV.
Ghana for you TV.
Abusiana na me fanko 2024 na me kwa kai wasem bi ansa ne aba enen komo no so. Ayade Kelvin eba bedi nkomo bi ne wa kire se. Ayade a former president anye nyina papa Kuffour. Onu de wobu no se wo ye eja, obu no se nana, obu no se timamuni, obu no so aman bapa. Na se ka so obi ababia president de honom na de obu obi anu anma owodema no. Ochire mu kire ye se ayade a ex president onye disable ono ankasa anu akwakotina hwiche mu eno enene waba bonten abekasi to say ensam na wakan no nipa bebira so medi hu nkomo bebire enkwa kankra ye ya be na ye di hu nkomo ankasa eno ochire se wono ene oda so agina ba bia wogina enyo no eno oba bebo yare edi ama ex president Kuffour onu wantimi mbo yare ma no no ochire mu se enya dia papa no yare no ankasa ena akwadwo nti se bi wakwakosi hwiche mu se obenya wo pia na adwen wo fom amena pia no eno nti eda wakwakosi na hwiche mu abusu akame hwan ne nkonkwoti ensama Kelvin ekan ye adefa ex president Kuffour ho ya ba ya bedi nkomo ma menka wo so se ha ya Ghana for you TV ena na anime share ma rem so ba subscribe share wa comment section na fe share ma foforo nso hu ne ekoso e wo wiase abusu nkwoti ensama Kelvin ekan ni bia ba ya bedi nkomo.
Now, I want to put this on record, and it's about time I responded to Nyoma Ekoso on the internet. I want to say this, and for years, Maka, opinion, your friend, ex-president Kuffour, Mumube Bria multi social media, Facebook, especially TikTok, and Kwarabi Bria, Mugu TikTok, irresponsible kids are munim what is at stake. I've said on my platform over and over so many times to say J.A. Kuffour as a husband, I respect him. J.A. Kuffour as a grandfather, I respect him. J.A. Kuffour as a citizen and a statesman, I respect him. J.A. Kuffour as a leader of a family, I respect him. J.A. Kuffour at his age, I respect him. But I will insist that J.A. Kuffour as a politician is a criminal. And I have never moved away from that statement. J.A. Kuffour as a politician, to me, is a political criminal. And is one of the greatest political criminals at Ghana. Now, mon korana muti social media, eka se, sebio Kuffour oyebubueni no, eye mo ena mo ka sa asem na to Kuffour so. If it is a mere kwamiti hei, mimbie manoda obe bianca se Kuffour oyebubueni. Kuffour onye disability ni o. Kuffour oti Ghana no, obian command pay say Kuffour is being grouped under people of disability or people with disability. Obian yesa. Iti mo amudi social media. Na ma maju say mobe force the Kuffour abeshe eye ade friend no people with disability bracket will be very careful. Be very, 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 very careful. Most ankura when people mu no. Because you need Kuffour to Ghana, you say papa Kuffour on the sebio or person nanti ko tu for to be sorry nante or person tenase or to be sorry tenase. Sometimes they be feel lazy into on person be sorry. But there's a feel so lazy no to be sorry jina na so chia. It's moi. Mo social media, TV so, TikTok, Efforts person mo create bibi to Ghana for nkwara team say eh ya papa Kuffour ne ho mfa no oyare oyebubuafo ya papa Kuffour nya bubuafo ya papa Kuffour oduru baby a sorry na ntema ye nyina ehu ebia ebi oduru baby a ofili lazy on person be sorry no on sorry e no kire se oyebubuani nti me ka kire mo nkwara na mo de TikTok na mo pese mo force na mo de Kuffour ekose people with disability ya Kuffour nya bubuani mo njai sa kasa no na me akobedu amtie minjira baby ambie ma no say Kuffour ebubuani. It means very, very careful. Now there's a video circulating on social media, and that video was made in 2024 November. You're 2026. That video was in 2024. Now Samira Bawumia and Nukunu and they started this jandam. And video now circulating a video Eddie over 2 years. Sa time na Achechedie Kuffour na MPP for through say we be defending no. Sa eye de Koteboto Kuffour ono na ye president. M1 say and there you people have failed to defend the Kuffour, but you have jumped all the way 25 years back to say Obi Edi Kuffour tem. Now, me be say munyina mo hwe video no. I will respond. There are so many young people in Ghana, they don't know who Kuffour is. They don't know the damage J.A. Kuffour did to Ghana. The corruption general Kuffour the audio Ghana. So na TikTok amokasa anyhow. But I want to rectify this. Video bia uno system no bia 2024 video November na Kuffour the president. I was reacting to Kuffour Jimmy and I'm a Ghana 40 asebi nyome bia efa Kuffour ho. Inti mo imagine say mo de mo bedi di Kuffour atama kasa Kuffour ebubuani no me akọ de me gina be anka so ebubuani. Ye nyina ahwe Kuffour wako event bebre ada opese osori no sorry so opese chi otumfo nsem ogina na so chi otumfo na watena se, and it's a sign of a sometimes he just lazy to do it, but when he really wants to do it he does it. It's immediate in my eyes, and the wisdom nyame amame no J.A. Kuffour is not disabled. Now mommy go video no 2024 video we na MPP for some dey jandam me wi na ma kire who J.A. Kuffour is. Kuffour na nipa bia ma adwen say omo ni message ma Bawumia omo de be sympathetic politics no me ba kire mu who Kuffour is ebia mo nkwara bebre mu nim Kuffour. Enti these are things we need to take serious. Now ma kire ma de bi now hwa de yes e kwoto aba hwe na Kuffour do also okubie hwe before we go on hwe. This is the statue no hwe e be a statue no hwe. I say a bottom hwe be the statue no go see statue na nsen akoyi no aha no hwe na obiti Western region to takura de say me kwoto am MPP ewurade nyankopon ye ne na I will say de ben esurubisa sonye. This is a Kuffour statue no hwe statue no be esi o de nyabote ne hwe statue no be esi hwe. She statue no, she baby see. She environment no. This is what a Kuffour acquire no Western region. Na ote Western region, oya wasani, oya hanteni. Na was sorry say kwasia we me koto aba. She surrounding. Aha no this statue be see o. Or the carpet be say ho nyina. And or the cars be 200 efri nkan o to petrol gum or the wusika. Ebe sinne. Na na do dan Kuffour the twin fan and santene ade baako. Hwe Takura the port, John Mahama expansion ye ni nyina and was so abegina painting was say ne dia. We Jimmy. These are the people who are campaigning today. Kuffour hu adia o, and so say ye. Bawumia metwa so Kuffour. Because ono so ne bae no, eye bini dan no obesi ye, ne life mu nyina no in the history of his political life. J.A. Kuffour. Toilet and it's in the niso. Hepek toilet. Kuffour gallon. Omo bokro no. Yenka Kuffour asem oya santini. And Ubusoma Kuffour onya hwe Ghana at 50. A forensic report was done. A commission ka say Kuffour ye kromfo. Kodwom pianu mu nyina wie sika Ghana at 50. And the oko archives bia unhu Ghana at 50 one video mpo. Kuffour kromfo. Kuffour ye kromfo. And so me yenka Kuffour asem ye tikrom ha edie na yehu Kuffour tam Ghana sika $1.5 million 2006. Ede kwa broche konani gold ebe tu ni kom. Kuffour kromfo otam Ghana gold and okona ne and oba no de bema ono agasa no ho award wo Ghana mo se yen tri Kuffour ho asem da ma yen ka Kuffour asem sansem fu enka mahama na ye ya kama be me ada okrom ha ene de yen ka ya brebre so waka se tia panyini ye de nwan na gu ekrom nwan na gu efie Kuffour bedi Ghana so wan bedi mponche so wan bedi na busuafo so ye na ne hwe no ende ye na hwe Kuffour ade na otim na why lazy na person benante no ye na etua ho ka until we have the right to question Kuffour onye Yesu oye politician obebo Ghana bro yeah itima mama Kuffour nye say he's untouchable. Who is Kuffour? Can you point to one monumental project Kuffour ya ebetu di di ato ho Ghana e bini dan kwa? Show me one monumental project. Kuffour na and they bet me the ye day, you bet me the ensapo and said, Kuffour san adwumani, wait much me. Ni kuro mangaza santimemu, okoye emergency ward. Hospital nesu ono, and over 2 block back with him. And no, Adam of the into so. Nipano disappointment, Nipano or embarrassment. Nipano has shown no will. Say, he came to serve, he came to steal. And on am Ghana higher campaign on to me can say and a Ghana for Muamun Juma me maye on to me last or a interview me Juma maye nina me better when to man a Juma on want to me start TV 8 years already me see and sa kita school boys foolish boys don't free Kumasi ko an interview no when to me an can o TV no say me ye Juma we na me team and free hu Kuffour to man ye Juma bi Ghana ntin nsem free hu Kuffour. This is a 2024 video. A show I'm here, and I still stand by it. And nobody in Ghana can tell me say what I said was wrong about Kuffour's leadership and whatever I said. Because so when you go deeper, you understand, say, mum. And I'm piepia Kuffour na koni wom. Mumom. Because I have seen Kuffour, and what I like about Kuffour is say, Odu otu fo ni mo tumi sore nante ekochia ni nsem. Wakobe bi bebre awa sore gina na. That means when he wants to work, he walk. Maybe you see it say Kuffour disabled. Into mumom na ende mo twi Ghana fo bi adwena ko say Kuffour oyebubuafo. Sebio Kuffour de letter bi abre obi woni fie say me yare ni. When was it disclosed nationally? Say, Kuffour say me yare nie. Wakachobi, has Kuffour ever come out himself to say, I am disabled? Modia motiti TV sunu face mojiminti. Penyinia, or tili fie, and a moka samotono so. Me, I don't see Kuffour as a disabled person. I see Kuffour as sometimes he's lazy to work. That's it. It will be a whole interpretation, no? And I'm a will say, well, into mono, when you're very careful the way you speak about Kuffour, mo sa ankwara na makwaje $500, $10, $20, no. But this platform, every single thing we say, it is a study video now, an outshare video now. The context was a Kuffour, and I'm a Ghana for TSC. The action of Kuffour, and yet now, mo bebre who Kuffour is. Jirima Kuffour be di no senka any president edimu 1% anka sani pani da jail. The reason why JJ Rawlings never agreed with Atamils was because he failed to jail Kuffour and Kuffour. The reason why JJ always had issues with Atamils was because Atamils, for the first time in the history, me start here me show me didn't win out because if Atamils had been strong enough, Kuffour me come jail, cause some with them. And it's na nipa bi anya anoke kan kwase asem on social media ne Ghana ho. Said yen menya den mo bottom. Now let me show you who Kuffour is. Yati krom ha. Mo enkwara no mo ba na beti history kitikiti bi. Na mo adwene am say ye ne penifo na mo beto ye no ye ka asem a ye nim de ye ka. Ope one of the greatest criminals o medi Ghana so a. And asay Ghana bedu nda Kuffour. Yes, because there are so many things, facts under his leadership. A track clearly said he's not supposed to be a statesman in Ghana. And in Jamaica, I've drawn the line. And then Kuffour as a husband, as a father, as a grandfather, as a family head, I respect him. But as a politician, Kuffour is a criminal. Yes, or Kuffour. And nobody can contest that because the facts are clear. As an NPP member, a card-bearing member of the NPP, I will keep my word every single day. And it needs to be recorded in the history of Ghana. Because Kuffour Krono be boy, you know. So President Bi Bobi Okroma anka enne Ghana ne yetene kentia. Kuffour is the greatest political criminal in the history of Ghana. The only I want the fact make am say boa. And I'm going to show you a little bit of Kuffour today. Maybe Kuffour, the cunning nature, the lies he told you people, the way he amassed wealth, conflict of interest, nepotism, clear corrupt practices, Kuffour siphoning, making sure our state facilities. Kuffour my anything. So you people, at the end of the day, I am mubi munsie nyansa way enwini power. No, but I am say, the mo no Kuffour mpe because we are about to expose Kuffour. You want to be 20 years, 21 years. I'm going to take Kuffour some. I'm going to say the detailing. Nyoma Kuffour ya ne dangerous and the politician be ya anka Ghana ebe butu. And so young people in the MPP bebre bonim ena Kuffour be the president 25 years ni. 25 good years ni. Why are we not protecting the Kuffour who just left office? I didn't think I could protect the Kuffour. If you say nyoma bonia Kuffour ye no MPP for santifo ne person kataso. Mumu bi mo bodam. Muntie me. Ana matese nkokọ kasa. Me say mumu bi no mo bodam. Mo ba na mo be ka de Kuffour ne boni na e wo krata so no. The facts no na maka kire inchirima no say papa we ono e na abo Ghana form, then we start to move forward. Na ahwode amudi defend Kuffour no ade na mo fa bi defend Kuffour do. Ahwode na amonya na mudi defend Kuffour but ade na mo fa bi defend Kuffour because Kuffour is a twerp. He's a toy president. That guy is basically a dwarf who does not respect the rule of law. Go and defend the Kuffour. Ade na mo twa Kuffour weja. Moko baby a mugi se nipa dodo no enim history no. But you see, our job here is to sell the message to the people. Use the fact to let people know. Dream our politicians say dear. It is a majority must say money message. The strategy is more sympathetic vote. India more for Kuffour don't count. Today you people are shy to defend the Kuffour don't kwasia for more Kuffour Benjamin Bre obuya fast because na Facebook ni wo. Obuya fast because na Twitter and effective. Obuya fast because there are no records. Me anka me nyewe but more MPP for them we Jimmy and pesa Ghana for who nipa Kuffour ye. Na yesenya another person say Kuffour politics man Ghana bebo. And I've said and I'm going to say this again. Kuffour as a husband I respect him. Kuffour as a grandfather I respect him. Kuffour as a family head, I respect him. Kuffour as an Ashanti, I respect him. But Kuffour as a politician is a criminal. He's one of the greatest criminals we have ever had to lead Ghana. And nobody can change my mind on that because the facts are there and clear. Betcha mnyama kakrebi 2024 me boso but ana mumu enkwara ni bi na munim Ghana political history no ene ana moma nkwasiafo bi on said the mere nyubre a Kuffour. You know why? Because ankanya mo a anka we de anka me meka. Mo agiminti mo de mo papa na ne nsa akɔhye binim. Mo MPP fo na ba omiankora ne Samira Jantre ni no me se mo agiminti mo de mo papa Kuffour ne nsa akɔhye binim. And that is what you do today. The damage J.A. Kuffour did to Ghana. The nonsense we experienced under Kuffour. The clear-cut manipulation of the system, stealing us daylight robbery, creating opportunities for his cronies to steal from us. That is what I'm talking about. And to Kuffour again, Yesu. Adam, where am say? Now, maybe I'm on Kuffour. My mention the Kuffour kakra, and right now we are going to have the Kuffour episode on this platform. And I'm going to say. Mona mokeka Kuffour ko na dakem because Kuffour no na nkompese sa anwoma we yebeka ka kire inchirima no mo mahu se sa na ote ba mo Samira ba omiamma Mahmudu ba omiamma mo na makofa ba me ekọ I'm a nice guy. I mention history kakra ba Kuffour kro no be boy detailing kakra Mumu bebre no asantifo ni bi MP before monte brofo nti ya kenkan krata na monte ase ende mekan na madwudwam Kelvin Taylor me den mo bodam na me betia no oyin se obi da hwe me ya de what Kuffour Hotel Kuffour Chief Kuffour sole owner of Hotel Kuffour but munim details of Krono Kuffour e dis hotel we bo Ghana hey munim de Kuffour owo e krom dis Cuba nke hanging da Kuffour okopre China anke jeli no Kuffour anka North Korea anka mo de ahoma so do kon ye na ye jibi ntini so nkwase asem so Ghana. There are so many people who came to lead us and they are not supposed to be walking on the streets of Ghana. Yes, because of the damage they did. Hey, Mujin say in Tony the church mine. Sabio obi nyirinti odi boni ama meyanka. You are the cause of Ghana's problems. Mon kwara ni bino. In the oti and say, adentina mo betnasia. Mon keka we nyina nkyere ma Ghana fo hu the kind of people you are. The MPP, the kind of people you are. But when you come, and where you say, and where internet can come, Jimmy, make sure bomb no bunko to be more bottom. Now, me, who have I offended? Why am I anybody? Oh, because I am telling the people the gospel truth. Now, this issue, Nipa be bratia some way. Oh, Kuffour Hotel, Kuffour, utie details in the woman a bit chawun sunum. Let me show you something. That issue I friend of Hotel Wawa Airport West Hospitality Company Limited Kuffour emma ebie ma show and asman be catch we ebia what Kuffour Hotel Kuffour dey and omunka details ncho because omun so mu chire we here Kuffour abubefu now in some of the calendar nyina no for president or ba nefa just to put na say say John Mahama na yɛmfa ntoto wo sɛ nkɛndɛ nkwasiafo mtete radio so TV so Facebook ni TikTok etietiem no sankom beka de omo kana hwade let me show you this now establishment of the company Shraj Findings Kuffour ede using ma area Ghana sika esa the state banks sika eto hotel ema no ho tie me Kuffour ema ne mabie companies and in the Shraj report, no companies no be no Kuffour ma mienu. And na company no dia. Now there one say Kuffour at the state agencies, banks they are buying banks. And omuma omudi sika mo omoto e de eto sa hotel no. Na Kuffour na president. Now the commission found that one AWHCL, that is the Airport West Hospitality Company Limited, incorporated in 2002 and was used as the vehicle for the acquisition of the hotel. Sa company near Freno, Airport West Hospitality Company Limited, no 2002, and yet see, and Kuffour president. Now, sa company no mutie no, and no the fast to sa hotel no. Strategy ben no fast to hotel no. Now, report wedding or say Chief Kuffour established a company, the Airport West Hospitality Company Limited, as a vehicle for the purchase of the hotel. It's Chief Kuffour or the J.A. Kuffour ba or could be a company and or this company no eto hotel. Nani papa na ye president. How did he raise money? Onya sika wain. Chief Kuffour, how much was he worth? Ni papa be di president year bain 2002 no be a company and or the to hotel. Nani sika wain. The guarantee a chest of tomato hotel the free hina buy. Obaka jam say me and Kuffour ho asem. Every time say Kuffour is lazy. Inti nan kama betina no meji mi fantini nti me me pachaw. Me me pa wan chaw. I mention one there. Details na me dem no. Now, Shraj Findings. Shraj stated that at the time of investigation, John Kuffour was the sole shareholder. Sa company near friend no Airport West Hospitality Company Limited no na John Kuffour kwa na shareholder. Sa company kakraka ebeto a hotel worth billions na nipa ba ko pe ene dia one person. J.A. Kuffour ba John Kuffour onu kwa na ene dia. Now sole signatory and one of the directors tie na onu kwa signature and a command sa company no. And at the end of the day, or you're one of the directors, meaning nani pa ba kubi kahun, and a momu ye no hotel, ba is shareholder, and a ba director. Why na director? The sole shareholder as of the time of investigations was Chief Kuffour, who was also a sole signatory. The report further stated Nana Ama Kuffour was the other director. Nana Ama Kuffour is Kuffour's daughter. Chief Kuffour is Kuffour's son. Nana Ama Kuffour Kuffour baba. Chief Kuffour Kuffour babema. Omu mienu nkwa ne bi hotel company no. Bema no ena ni signature running company no. Ono na osi ene dia ena ni nua ba o Kuffour ba eye ne dia director. Two people. But I said that time no na Chief Kuffour no how much is he worth? Na ni sika ye saying. Ni nua ba no director no ono na ni sika ye saying Kuffour ma mienu bi company in 2002. On papa be the president na. Me chiraw Kuffour how diabolic dreamer or these state institutions edi Ghana. What was said there? Because Kuffour as a politician is a criminal, a wolf. Strategy for investigations, no. This is what they came up with. Strategy found that Prudential Bank coordinated financing for the acquisition and completion of the hotel. Kuffour president na neba ni kapre, neba ba ni kapre no, and a Prudential Bank for and omo ye den, omo coordinating financing. Omo no mo pay sika from sa bank and any other banks and omo de ba Kuffour ba no. Kwan na president na Kuffour and president. Suddenly or interestingly, banks ni nyina ebi state banks omo nyina ba together so omo ba Kuffour ba no sika podium anakoto hotel. Na Chief Kuffour no ye hwan. Their role no play. Kuffour ba boy no. Kuffour Junior no ye hwan. Now Chief Kuffour applied to Prudential Bank Limited (PBL) to mobilize about $6 million to acquire, complete, and operate the hotel. Chief Kuffour instructed the Prudential Bank, any other bank to say, "Omunjiji sika $6 million." So some na yekan 2002. Unim sika yekan wasem. 2002. Unim maybe a $6 million. Unim sa sika no unim se di etie. And the cross $6 million. Ubetumi akain. Kuffour ne ba oni kapre otumi instructed banks emomutumi put it together $6 million. This is 2002. I mention idea. Make sure who Kuffour is and part one no. Role of National Investment Bank. You didn't catch a Prudential Bank. Now National Investment Bank also eka ho and omuji sa sika di free omo. Strategy findings. The commission found that NIB, National Investment Bank, participated in the financing the project. NIB should do musika koshemu. Over papa be president 2 years ago, so 1.5 years. Suddenly, what to me, I'm making sure the banks were be a company in 2002. Banks were to me raise sika at the amount. NIB, National Investment Bank. National Investment Bank, Meno Bank. They took their money. Almost like a pompi sikama. Now, report wedding. NIB is reported to have agreed to finance the hotel with an amount of $2.5 million, which includes an equity subscription of $200,000. NIB, a bank nisika $2.5 million. Kuffour be a company 2002. Only new bank one company on papa na president. Omotimi ageti state banks. Any other banks to give them over $6 million. You think it's a joke? Adia way, and the Mahama Ba and a Mahama Ba president and a baby hotel and a banks money $60 million. And can get better kuma. What's a Kuffour the angel? Mammy Kuffour sem. Now, this is the Strategy report that me really children. Me we are not much say. More back of on your angel, more back of on your disabled, more back of just lazy. And nobody is going to force me to change my words. Because maybe you want to put him in that category of Kuffour disabled. Because but I want people to know Kuffour, who Kuffour is. I'm about 20 years. Kuffour, Kuffour di Ghana. Now let me show you this. Strategy report on payment to Anthony Saud. I say the commission found that the former owner of the property, Anthony Saud, was paid in installments Report wedding. Mr. Anthony Sawood was paid $3.5 million for the hotel in 2 installments. You can say installment. Omutia 3.5 million. 2 installment. Omutia bako and be $3.5 million. Kuffour bano konye skadi free. Company will be in 2002. The investment net saying how much was that company worth to be able to make sure state banks raise $6 million? A Kuffour who was buying the hotel. Yet at Ghana, Yanka Kuffour asem. Mosoram beke kan kwasi asem. Mona makofa we abawo. Yebe bie Kuffour too. He has no credibility in politics. As a father, I respect him. As a grandfather, I respect him. As an Ashanti elder, I respect. But Kuffour as a politician is a criminal. And that will follow him. Because Nyoma Kuffour yeno. Si atrani asese a osan kende Kuffour dem. Hey. Mama Chama Debi. Report specified 2 million on February 27, 2004 and 1.5 million on August 20, 2004. And that's how they paid the money. Right there. ECOWAS Regional Investment Bank. The banks some use here, NIB, Prudential Bank, ECOWAS Regional Investment Bank. Omuma loan saying Stride confirmed approval of financial support from ERIB, ECOWAS Regional Investment Bank. Now, the report said further support came from the ERIB with an approval of a loan facility of $1 million on August 17, 2005 for Kuffour's Sons Company. Remember, company where I just $6 million. So nipa mi nupe ene yomu dia Kuffour ba bema ene ne baba. Osi me anka Kuffour ho asem. Enti me kire mu se Kuffour no anka disen ko gina bedwom kura kasa. No. Nobody should give Kuffour any space to speak in Ghana politics. Bobetu ehun be hyem me ko mumu. Nan be yam free ba. Ana mo bodam. Let me show you Kuffour, the damage Kuffour did. Allegation that President Kuffour was the real owner. Investigations from Shraj. And I'm really sure. Shraj did not find substantial evidence proving that President Kuffour secretly owned the hotel. But listen, although the exact final wording is not fully reproduced in the sources available online, the overall conclusion reported publicly was that, and I quote, the evidence supported ownership by John Kuffour, 2, not hidden ownership by the president. This is reflected in the headline reporting of the findings. Chief Kuffour, sole owner of the hotel Kuffour. The main aim was for Kuffour to own the company or own the hotel and then making it look like it belongs to his son. So you see, when Shraj did all their report, you will not find Kuffour's name in there. Say, hotel near Kuffour there. But when you go back to check how Chief Kuffour editing nearby, it will be a company. 2002. Omutumi F4C. State institutions, state banks to give them $6 million. Who influenced that? Because Chief Kuffour, they don't have that money. That company was less than 2 years. That company had only 2 directors and 1 signatory. So how were they able to raise that money? It was because Kuffour was president and he influenced that process. Yes. Now, Mama Show, Shraj conclusion, what did they say? Ownership of the hotel. Shraj conclusion. Shraj concluded that the hotel was legally owned by John Kuffour. That is what Kuffour wanted. Through a company called Airport West Hospitality Company Limited. So that is what Kuffour wanted to establish. Hotel on the media, by Mama Mebano, and I had the into 2002. Meti company. Me baba man me baba no nkwa ne belidi me dinim enti achi omo kra you can't mention my name. That was the master plan. Now, Mr. John Kuffour, the son of President John Ajekum Kuffour, is the sole owner of the property near the president private residence known as Hotel Kuffour. Baby na Kuffour no hotel ni sino. Sa hotel wa no na ene Kuffour private residence na share wall. Do you understand? Sa hotel na in the friend Regency Hotel so dey na e wa Accra. Right now it is called African Regent Hotel. Sa hotel na almost torn $6 million those times no. Na ene Kuffour private residence na share wall. J.A. Kuffour president no. Hotel na ne baneto no ene Kuffour efiri na share wall. What are you telling me? Oze Kuffour na corrupt. He's the worst president in the history of Ghana. Yes, me chamo Kuffour no. Muna mo pushi, mo de ne share bracket bi me fa Kuffour share bracket bi amo. Muna mo se Kuffour disabled. Kuffour is not disabled. It is amo besa mo come asema monka. Mema kwase bi antal Kelvin Taylor say and or the yare about Kuffour the doctor's report ajero. Kuffour publishing the doctor's report so disabled. Yeah, can Kuffour dwuma obedi ya obo Ghana kro no mo de mo kwase atete Facebook ni TikTok Jimmy mo ho. Why na me ya MPP ni ba ekuta card. What the NDC for them and NDC papa dia. Mo bottom. Mama tell who Kuffour is. Now, overall takeaway from the Scratch findings. What Scratch effectively concluded. The hotel was legally owned by John Kuffour, which is what Kuffour wanted to do from the beginning. Because no him say fraudulent. But on one year a bet to the Nembana Nebeye. 2. Financing came through banks and institutional loans. 3. The president was not proven to be the hidden owner. And 4, Scratch did not establish criminal corruption against President Kuffour. At that time, who is Scratch to say Kuffour has committed a crime? Because from day one, J.A. Kuffour planned this very well so that the arrow, the direction will not come to him. So you will never say Kuffour, but Unimunyansa, now was said the beginning. Oma be a company, no? The number of people in the company, how these banks all came together to give them money. Then you will know that the hotel was being purchased by J.A. Kuffour. I don't know one country, but on paper, so we are rational now. The same people you will see Kuffour basically influenced the process to buy that hotel because it shared a wall with his private residence. Now, I'm sure idea. Who Kuffour is. Let me show you. Under J.A. Kuffour, there's something called Mechemu. Nyoma Kuffour ye we part 1. Mesemu nkonko defend Kuffour da munja Kuffour on a pasco kra. Now, mama show danger be. And like Kuffour we see him. You are make sure be under Kuffour. Now, there's something called the Consolidated Report of the Auditor General. I mean, BM na kwasi bin kase. Document legitimate. Consolidated Report of the Auditor General Special Audit into operations of district assemblies for the period 2001 to 2004. Now, here. Transmittal letter is there. Introduction, scope of coverage. Now, share part 2. Cash management, page 6 to 633. Yabekoho. Expenditure control, page 34 to 53. Procurement and stores management, page 54 to 68. Contract management, page 69 to 70. Air loans management, 91 105. Statutory matters, 106 to 115. Now, pages now, that was part 2. Pages no page 3, page 9, page 14, page 17, page 22, page 26, and page 29. Shadi Esiwo Kuffour under the leadership of Kuffour. Kuffour only any right to speak about corruption in Ghana. They say he's one of the greatest criminals in Ghana politics. I'm sure idea. Where district assembly auditor under Kuffour I'm sure. Now, this document, Office of the Auditor General, Ministries, Block O, blah, 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 DSA, Consolidated Report of the Auditor General on Special Audits into the operations of district assemblies for the period 2001 to 2004. Now, who read the letter in now? Well, maybe I cycle or read, no. I'm sure I did all. I say, the report portrays financial management lapses, breaches and internal controls, and departures from the legislative framework, policies and guidelines established for the administration of the district assemblies. These have in no small measure contributed to the irregularities with financial value of more than 237 billion Ghana cedis appearing in this report, which have been included in my annual report to Parliament. Auditor General say, under the leadership of Kuffour from 2001 to 2004, audited district assemblies, because of when Nimraso, no maybe a bino, district assemblies be efum ye ebu so no a car omudwiri gu no na eye around 237 billion Ghana cedis. Now, who breaking it down now share the auditor general at that time, you'll be shocked and Kuffour. Munim sa nyoma wenti, mo nyi sa Kuffour ba no oye Yesu because mo mudo do MPP for Sebia Santifo be mo nkenkan. Mo pese mo politi Ghana former Kuffour ba Yesu. Kuffour is not Jesus. He's the worst president in the history of Ghana. Now, mama chwa there. You see, yanko inside the audit. Honorable Uyembe show, shade. Consolidated summary of key findings and recommendations. Cash management. Shall you see here? Under mo papa Kuffour. 1. Cash management issues involving a total amount of 52.2 billion were noted in various district assemblies as follows. 1. Failure to issue receipts. Under Kuffour, district assemblies did not issue receipts. Sika about 23.6 billion went away. We didn't see it. Under J.A. Kuffour, and remember, me started reading the first page, Okacham say, Omo indim mra so Parliament mra, Ghana mra, na under J.A. Kuffour, the district assemblies, they were not following any rule. 2. District disbursement from revenue, 7.32 billion. 3. Misapplication of funds, 6.5 billion. This is 2004. What did Kuffour do? He did nothing because he had set his people at the district assemblies. That is how he was making the money. 4. Missing district assembly common fund, HIPIC funds and transfers. Missing district assembly common fund, HIPIC funds and transfer, 3.46 billion. Common fund, HIPIC sikakra iraye. Transfers and amfribem na ira. Kwasiafo mo say yeme pa Kuffour chaw. The same period na Kuffour Airto Hotel no na your HIPIC. Where did he get the banks get that money from? But this is the audit. HIPIC sikakra iraye, district assembly common fund iraye. During transfers, how much was missing? 3.46 billion. The report is there. Go and read. Because Kuffour is the greatest criminal in Ghana's political history. Now, Kwasiebi to say, Adana, Okasasa. I'm showing you the facts. When come in here, Muna Musemenye. Number 5. Source deduction by District Assembly Common Fund, 3.4 billion. Every single thing was in billions. This is the Auditor General's report. Now you come to misappropriation of internally generated fund. IGF now, 2.77 billion. They just chop IGF. Internally generated fund now, district assemblies were raising, they were chopping it. Under Kuffour. Then you tell me, say, I'm a Kuffour, Kuffour is lazy into TV that. Make sure Kuffour no. Now you go to MP's Common Fund, not fully accounted for 1.9 billion. MP's Common Fund, almost a dinina. And don't forget, Kuffour was the ECOWAS chairman there. It owns a hotel, and make one subchrono. Now, ECOWAS bank account, and Kuffour was the ECOWAS chairman. Remember, Renvi, don't sit there and say, the American Yana Kuffour, your HIPIC, na osay ECOWAS chairman, and it's na hotel no, na neba etuminya loan ni free ECOWAS bank no. Now you go to suppression of value books, 1.6 billion. Unsupported 8 fund disbursement. 8 sika. Yeah, 8. Yeah, 8 no. 1.29 billion. Omu jisas kenya die. 8 for kwa idiomu sika. Then we come to on-end salaries. Salaries this and for 789.7 million Ghana cedis. Remember, Metro Kuffour Ban Hotel no, where a district assembly common fund audits and Kuffour. Make a hotel na make a ECOWAS bank account. Na Kuffour na the chairman of ECOWAS. Satani or HIPIC na the bar air top a hotel of $6 million. Na banks are ECOWAS banks, national investment banks, Ghana for banks. Those were the banks giving Kuffour sika. Where Jimmy? Okay, Jim say I should not speak on Kuffour. Me me chawa debi. Mo pe Kuffour story. Mo be defend Kuffour. Mo pa. You see this? Top 5 scandals that rocked J.A. Kuffour's government. Men call 5 in one pair. You see this one? Diversion of 60 billion Ghana cedis to fund party communication strategy. Under Kuffour, he was able to divert 60 billion under his leadership to fund NPP communication strategy. You are sitting there. Also Kuffour doing. Imagine. Sa ban bi aba. Near say ban atam sika we command the party communication strategy. This is Kuffour. Let me read a story. Another scandal which rocked the NPP administration under President Kuffour was the alleged diversion of 60 billion, which was reported to have been used for the party's communication strategy. A 2009 audit report, go and find it and read in Moa. A 2009 audit report revealed that an amount of 60 billion of taxpayers' funds accrued from the Tema Oil Refinery Debt Recovery Levy, TOR Sika. TOR. Sika ne that TOR. Tema Oil Refinery Debt Recovery Levy, HIPIC, and others were used to fund the NPP's communication strategy for the 2008 general elections. Omotam TOR Sika, and Omotam HIPIC Sika. And I'm call party CF party communication strategy. 60 billion Ghana cedis. Also, I'm menka Kuffour asem. Into Uber threaten me a call. Uber una me. Uber kamashe. Abufunu. Uber ni be say. Now, the report, however, determined that auditors could not find details of this communication strategy or how it was executed, but found that certain dubious payments had been made to amorphous groups which, with names such as First Responders, Blow, and Prim. These are the groups they put together. Oh, this is an MPP group. Blow. Where must you from Prim? Where must you from First Responders? 60 billion under Kuffour. When you dream of Kuffour be Ghana, me chem ka krebi de ma ye mi show. Na me tese kwasie bie na no. Kuffour is supposed to be in jail. Now him there one mama chere ade bi. Oh, Kuffour the ba power no. Ensema make nyina woni nipa na eye Kuffour Auditor General. It was this man. Dr. Dia Ajiman. Do you know that man? That was the same man Kuffour the buyer or the audit board, so audit service board. He was the man harassing Dumelivo. Dr. Diajima was Kuffour's board chair, auditor general. This Diajima, Papaya, na oti auditor general's board, and this one na frustrated Dumelivo. No, it is the same man. He was the auditor general for Kuffour. But you see a Jimmy Anna. Nana Kuffour the buyer no de the audit service board, so and they started frustrating Dumelivo because it wasn't a Kuffour who appointed Dumelivo, and these were the people who were going after Dumelivo on the board. So Dumelivo petitions the Kuffour over interference by board chairman. This man, Sa Papa we Diajima we Onunana Kuffour Auditor General. He is the one who covered all the crimes in Kuffour administration. He didn't surcharge even one person. Diajiman. And it's not Dumelivo yes obey Jumano. Kuffour the most frustrated Dumelivo audit board and so because Kuffour this is what they do. Mona mukofa ba yo na mitimi baby mukomusa stone boy. I was just sitting at my somewhere enjoying my something and mukofa ba say mo pese Ghana for Kuffour boni awedi. Why we are not supposed to even allow him to speak on national television on state issues on national issues. This man, into Ushaya, he was the one frustrating Kuffour. Onye, Professor Diajiman resigns as chairman of Audit Service Board. This is 2025. Where mo na mo frustrated Dumelivo no, where na ye auditor Emma Kuffour. Afe what ya say, most man yanka Kuffour asem. Ni aka say endem bebunu no ye kire de Kuffour aye akiro mo a. Oyizo mo Kuffour bebuno. We are covering some up because ye pese Kuffour enya a little bit of respect in the system. Ni aka say ye bie Kuffour to a. Ene say Kuffour anko tumi pia bontene. He has no moral right to even speak on corruption in Ghana. Now, my mention my DB, me respond demo with facts. Someone I'm saying Kuffour disabled. I have one problem because me a call. There is no tape on this planet. I'm saying Kuffour disabled. No, Mo na mo created that impression no because mo konante ya na mo pe a video of me insulting Otumfo mo enya bi and na makofa we aba because mo did say ene na be ma mo power mo bodam memete ha no onyankopon wo ho no power for bawomia and jantrani no power. Mo did say mo konante ya 8 years mo enya a video a direct video of me insulting Otumfo until you thought this is red meat for you people. Mo boa me menya bayira aberwadwe o. I am not that push over young man o. Every single thing I do I calculate. I know what I am doing. Me can't summon or chame ma metwema no because whatever I talk about but the fact natural and my credibility is more important than your mother's dross. Inti me as I sit here I am not somebody you can just come and say things and I'll be like oh me come so easy sao because I see me make bia mo ngina so Kuffour is not disabled. If you people, MPP people, want to force Kuffour to be disabled, it's your problem. It is not my problem. Kuffour is just lazy. He is not disabled. And Minjina Bebian Kaja Kuffour is disabled. It is someone who person Kuffour is disabled. That is your problem. You will have to go and beg Kuffour for creating the impression that Kuffour is disabled. He is not. Now, in what? Mama Chow.
And then and summer Kelvin Taylor about Timber O chirema e dia MPP for mini campaign message bia amode baba Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia enu nti ala master to e ka se e dia ex-president Kuffour oye disable ena niam bebre no ye no mkeka nsem bebre ena asem a atwam omasan so akofa aba ena no ena mda yo mutopika omode nam na abusuan betimi aka so obegina fata waka we se nyina so aka se ni senti no ex-president onye disable ana se de wunim na de wate dada no also of fact be also betimi approve obetimi ahweradwe o comment section e de amame aha e Ghana for you TV and na me share marem so ba subscribe like comment na share na video no kwa atwe abusuan be san so share e wonsem fufu mu makramo
Ghana for you TV
Ghana for you TV
Ghana for you TV
Yan kanta egumi so asew empanyimfo so ne wafuru duapa ne pia no ne opa bibia kokotoko ne nye nabro o konfo e ho na me scan Twitter ye na me kye wo mo ma hira wo ayo kase pia